Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And in front of a raucous crowd, this one is underway. This is taken at his 4. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Now a play fake here on first down. It's caught by Bryant. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, 6th-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Offensive starters, here they are. David DeCastro, what do you think about him, Charles?
Brandon could not have been better trained at Stanford. So well schooled in the run game and the pass game, and especially in pro principles. David DeCastro could be an all-pro in the years to come.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Minshew throwing on 3rd down. And caught by Henry. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The throw right sideline here is complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup for a first down for the Falcons. A first down carry for Henry. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. On second down now. It's Henry. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here's Nick Chubb, former prep and collegiate star here in this state of Georgia. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Out of the gun is Minshew. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's going to get
You're
this
fucking kidding me. Come on.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Henry out of the pistol. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now Minshew. And that is incomplete.
Is the injuries turned out? What the fuck is going on? That's like 8 people.
Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return.
That's my
fault.
fault.
The Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So here are the Texans to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Texans football to start Q2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as they'll get to him at about the 33. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
So that's back. We look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme?
Okay.
Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
This is Butler making the catch. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
Defense.
Oh, shit.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not?
Oh,
Just go
okay.
ahead and let the
I was
play
about to say, what the fuck?
and they'll take that.
Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes, he's going to look deep down the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. A run for Nick Chubb. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5 now. Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
On the carry, it's Chubb.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They run again on 1st down. Chubb looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Mahomes. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Texans push further out in front. Now, he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
It's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone.
Boom.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Minshew, and that is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
That's taken on the 25. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now here's Mahomes. Bryant has it. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on it, and then...
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Good job.
A 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans push further out in front.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. So that drive, 4 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion. Anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. Open man completes it to Butler. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Come on, QB, come on.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. He completes it to Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Minshew, 1st and 10. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Complete. It's Henry. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go until halftime. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Again, Minshew looking to throw. And that is is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Austin Seibert on for the field goal.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw, it's Mahomes going for the deep ball. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. To throw on 2nd and 10. Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Minshew sets to throw. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. He'll look to throw. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. Now he'll down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5 for the first down.
Damn, I'm trying to get this sack, bro.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
It'll be Minshew again. Short throw underneath to Hurst.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
He dumps it off for Henry. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 33. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And an alley to run. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And it's complete. Henry. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Again, it's Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. From the gun, Minshew to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Chubb. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Mahomes going to throw, escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Houston. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 91 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half is getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Back now here on EA Sports, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. It's complete to Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Draw play. This is Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Out of the gun is Minshew. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Minshew. And caught by Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards. Falcons. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This one caught by Davis. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now a first carry for their fullback. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Here's Minshew, and that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 37 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Minshew throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Derrick Henry, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And that'll make it 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. And that will be incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The pass on 4th down. Intended for Hakeem Butler.
After review of the play, the rookie on the field stands.
1st down, Texans.
Mahomes going to throw it here. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down from the 21. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He completes it to Bryant. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans push further out in front.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play. Partner, there less than 2 minutes to go in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Let's go.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now the try here for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, a long touchdown pass into the end zone. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not. And they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Looking to throw it. Minshew. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Houston, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.